Hi, welcome to the Alamany High School podcast. This is a special episode. Tomorrow we will have a regular episode that will be posted on Thursday. Today we had a special one. I'm hosting this one for the first time. So hi, how are you? So we'll do a little alumni report as well, just to kind of get some alumni, some attention. Mostly football going on right now in the alumni. We have a bunch of alum. Carlton Lorenz is playing in Vanderbilt. Tyree Thompson is at UCLA. Warren Jackson is at Colorado State. Big John Tafahema is at Arizona. Brian Berry and Marcel Myers are in Northern Arizona. And Junpei, Caden Dunn, Brandon Pierce, and Jaron Pierce are all at College of the Canyons. They're all playing football. And they're all doing well. College of the Canyons is 7-0 right now. They have a game on Saturday night against Ventura, if you're around. You can see 4 of our graduates. All those guys graduated in the last four years or so. In terms of other stuff, Mason and Brisa Guzman-Sanchez are in a band, and they have a new record out. They're in a band called Rhythm Tribe. It just came out. They have a single. It's called You Can't Take Me Down that Brisa sings on. And Mason plays guitar, and their dad, Thomas, plays guitar as well. So if you want to go to dancemaster.com, you can hear some of the stuff. They made videos. There's videos of the two of them. It's pretty cool, actually. And Mason just graduated from Cal State Fullerton, and Brisa is running hurdles at CSUN. So she's still in school. She'll be, I think, a junior, I believe. In terms of Alamany stuff, the girls volleyball team plays tomorrow, Wednesday, at Laguna Beach at 6 p.m. It's the Division III CIF quarterfinal match. They won the first 2 playoff matches, and Saturday was the most recent. It was against Arcadia. They won 3-1 at home. So good luck to the girls volleyball team. Football team is currently 6-3 on the season. They lost to Notre Dame on Friday, which is unfortunate, but they're playing their last game on Friday against Bishop Amat at Bishop Amat. So that's the last regular season game of the season, and they should go to playoffs. I'm assuming they will, at least, so that'll be the following week if they get there, most likely. The cross-country team has done 2 league cluster meets so far. Then on October 31st is the 3rd one at Crescenta Valley Park in La Crescenta. It's the league finals as well, so whoever does the best collectively among all of the 3 cluster meets, they will then finish in league in a certain position. Angel Castro, I know, is doing really well, and that'll be the senior night as well for cross country. That's usually how they do it. They do a senior night there. And then finally, the tennis team is playing. The tennis team is doing really well, and they made the CIF for the first time as a team. And then they played yesterday at the league tournament at Weddington Tennis and Golf Club. And that leads us to our first guest, Isabel Coscolluela. And you won yesterday, and you're awesome. So talk about yesterday. It was the league tournament for Sunshine League, and you only played 1 match.
Yeah. So yesterday was the CIF playoffs to see who gets into playoffs, and it's only the 1 and 2 singles and 1 and 2 doubles who get in. And I got to bye the first round because if you're the number 1 seed, you get a bye. And I guess I got lucky because I haven't played tournaments in a while, so I was used to playing 2 sets, and it was kind of tiring. But I got to support the girls, which was nice, and I kept walking around. It was nice, but by the time it was my turn to play my match, I got cold, I wasn't warmed up anymore, and then Coach Tom had to warm me up. It was fun.
Yeah, I saw you warm up again, twice. And how do you approach that? Because you didn't play for a while, you had the bye. So how do you look at? Did you know that ahead of time?
Yeah, I knew that, but most people, they take their time to warm up. I don't do that. I just push forward, just going hard, because then I'll instantly loose up. I won't take over. It's not good, but it's how I like doing it.
And it's pretty quick because you didn't do a whole lot of warming up. I mean, it was he was hitting your stuff, and you were just banging.
Yeah, it was just forehands, backhands, because he said no one's gonna be able to return it. So he's like, "Oh, you'll be fine."
Which was true.
Yeah.
Because when you were serving, she was not returning. So when that happens, the first time you do that, the first time you served and she didn't return it, or if she did, it went flying.
Uh-huh.
After you saw that, do you already approach it differently, or do you just do your thing?
No, I just kept hitting it hard because I felt more relaxed because okay, she can't return my serve, so I didn't really change anything. But on the windy side, I had to change it a little bit. And then it just even made it even harder for her because I added spin.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I added spin.
Because you were killing it, and she could not return it. Or if she did, it was like one, and it went flying, or it was out, or it was over the fence. There was a few over the fence.
Yeah, there were like three
or four over the fence. Yeah. And then so you don't play again until tomorrow.
Until tomorrow, yeah.
It's a Tuesday, so we play on Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesday is the semifinals. And you know who that is because you saw the name.
Yeah.
And is she a friend of yours?
She's nice. Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything bad about the other school.
No, yeah.
Yeah. But she's really nice. She's very sweet, and she makes honest line calls, which is very rare in the league. And she's nice. I actually practice with her outside of school.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah.
I know she's from Louisville. We don't want to name her, but I know she's from Louisville. Then after that, so then do you know if you play right away tomorrow, or do you play like...
Tomorrow, I think I play right away, depending on how many courts are available.
Okay.
But I'd prefer that, so I don't get cold again.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have another 30-minute break between that and finals?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how did you do last year in singles? I know you went far in doubles.
Last year, the other teams had their seniors, and I beat most of the girls. The only girl I couldn't beat was on the other team. She was a senior. She was very strong. She was a seasonal player, and she practiced more than she went to school. But I accepted that because, she's a genuinely better tennis player than me, and I was like, okay, good job. So then singles, I didn't really do good in singles last year because I didn't really bond with my team as much last year because I was a freshman and I was so kind of nervous and scared. And then this year I get to know them better. And I feel like our team has a better bond. Yeah. And like we're closer now. It's really nice.
And it looks like that because you have Cha-Cha and you have Madison, you have Sophia and others, not just them.
Yeah.
And
like the whole team.
Yeah, everybody seems to bond well.
Yeah. Even the subs, like people think, like whenever I'm talking to the subs, they don't think they matter. But like I really appreciate my subs because they're really fun to hang out with. And like whenever they play, I like hype them up so much because they hype me up.
Yeah.
It's really fun. And like all of them. The whole team.
The whole team is great, yeah.
The whole team, yeah.
And I sensed a different feel from last year's team as well because last year it seemed a little disjointed. It wasn't terrible, but a little bit of disjointed stuff where this year is like pretty solid.
Yeah.
And the fact that everybody's going far. Now the fact that the team made the CIF playoffs for the first time ever. And how do you, and by the way, you're a sophomore. Mm-hmm. Just want to point that out. You're a sophomore doing this. And you're undefeated as of right now the entire season. Mm-hmm. So you're 22-0.
Yes.
So just want to point that out. That's great. And do you think the unity of the team made the CIF run better?
Oh, definitely, because if we did not get along, there would be no chance of us getting to even close to getting to CIF. Because like during that last game, where it was deciding game, everyone was so intense. We were all following up on each other. We were all supporting each other. Like, we did those at the other games, but it was just more intense and different on this game. And then when we were finding out the results, who won, our coach didn't let us know the score the whole time. He held it out from us, and we all got mad at him. And then we all found out we won, and we all just... Before we found out we won, we all prayed. We all held hands in the circle, and we all prayed. It's cute.
And that was last Thursday, right? Last Thursday was the final home match against Flint Ridge, right?
It was away.
It was away.
It was away.
Yeah. It was at Shoal Canyon.
Yeah.
And so you played Flint Ridge, and the score was 9-9. You've had 3 or 4 of those this year of 9-9, decided by points.
Yeah.
And how nerve-wracking is that? I mean, like 1 is bad, but you've had like 4.
That was, like, it's so intense. And if it was like another game during the season, I would kind of enjoy that intensity because like, ooh, who's going to win? But that was the last game. And I really wanted to win. And that just, and the thought of like losing, that would have been so, because we all worked so hard. And I didn't even want to think about that. And we won because we worked hard.
Yeah, exactly.
We did so good.
I love the fact that at the end, it was, Cha-Cha was the last one.
Cha-Cha
she was the last match. And everybody was done. And everybody was watching Cha-Cha's
Everyone,
match.
yeah.
All around, it was Cha-Cha, and I don't know who the other girl was, but everybody was around that entire match watching, and it was great.
It was great.
And she didn't end up winning, but it didn't matter because you guys won. I mean, it matters.
Yeah, that's the thing, because, like, if you lose, you got your team to fall back on, and they'll support you.
Yeah, yeah.
And we didn't really have that last year because I wasn't as close with them as I am this year.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's good.
So what do you expect tomorrow? Because now we're doing semis and finals. Now it's more intense. So what do you expect
Tomorrow,
now? You have some experience because of last year. You were in doubles with Coco, and you were in the playoffs as well.
I think tomorrow, no matter what happens, I think we did good. But if I win the semifinals and I get into finals, regardless if I win or lose the finals, I'll still get into CIF. But the girl I'm about to play, she's not strong or like powerful, but she can get the ball back, and she's fast. But I just hit it hard, and most of the time they can't get it.
Yeah, exactly. And you think that's your strength?
I think that's my strength because when most people, they rely on their speed and their like stamina to like get them through the match, I rely on my just sheer force and power.
Yeah.
Because most people say, "Oh no, don't just play the point, set up the point." You don't have to set up the point if you can kill it in one shot.
Right. Exactly.
that's what I do, and that's what my coach says.
And you serve it, and it goes flying, and like you've already scored. You know.
Like that's what my coach says. He's like, set the point up, don't kill on the first point. But how I think is, if they can get it back, they might win the point. So I just might as well kill on the first shot. like sometimes I'll miss the ball, and I'll be like, oh, okay, and then I'll just hit it hard again.
Yeah. And then occasionally you'll hit it hard and you'll apologize.
I'll apologize because I don't want to hit the girl sometimes.
We don't want to hit him at all, really.
Yeah, no, not at all. But like,
if
I do, I'm going to apologize. Sometimes I apologize at the end of the match because I almost hit them, and I feel really bad.
I love the fact that you like super kill it and then say sorry from across the court. I've heard you do it a couple times.
Yeah, my match yesterday, I hit an overhead, and it looked like it was about to hit her, and they curved away, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's like, oh no, it's okay. And I was like, no, it's not okay.
Yeah, and everybody's polite too. And was like, it's okay, no big deal. You know, everyone's nice and polite.
Yeah, because one time during the match, actually, not yesterday, but during the season, I actually did hit a few girls. Like I hit one of the girls. I was playing doubles. And I hit that girl in the chest. And
I think I saw that.
Yeah, you got the picture. And I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad.
Yeah. I did get that, yeah. And that's kind of like, I guess that's sort of an issue. If you hit it that hard, that could happen sometimes.
Yeah, and like one time I did hit the girl. Okay, no, I didn't hit the girl. I hit the ball really hard cross court, and she tried to get it. And she ended up falling and jamming her chin against the court. And I was like, I ran over there and I was crying because I felt really bad. She said she was okay, and then I checked up on her yesterday because I saw her, and she said she was better, and I was like, oh.
Better. Not even good. She was better.
Yeah, she was better. Because I think she had to get stitches. I'm like,
oh, geez.
I can't believe I did that. And I'm like, oh.
I appreciate the care that you have after you do that. You know?
Yeah, and then she still continued to play that after she jammed her chin. I was like, good job. Yeah. You deserve a sticker.
So what do you attribute, because you haven't lost? So what do you attribute? Is it the power? Is it the like the way you serve and play?
I think if I didn't have such a strong serve, or in my opinion, my strong serve and my forehand, I don't think I would. Maybe I still would have won, but not as close as it was, because usually I win like 6-0, 6-1. I think it would be at least like 6-4, or sometimes 7-5. But it just, I think I have more experience than these girls. Like, they play tournaments, but I play with a variety type of people who hit different types of shots. Some people who only hit slices, so I can adjust to that. And my coach is left-handed, and if you have a left-handed coach, you got a big advantage, because left-handers hit a lot of shots most people can't hit.
Yeah.
And I think, wow, I got lucky.
So playing against him actually helps you.
Yeah, because I think if I can return, because he's tall and he can hit really hard and powerful shots, it's like, if I can hit that back, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think I'll be fine. But he said I hit hard for any girl to get back, so I was like, that's nice.
So do you think, so as the season goes along, we have, obviously tomorrow is semifinals and finals.
Mm-hmm.
After that, so you qualify for CIF, you do as an individual, correct?
Yes.
I mean, most likely you will. So what does that entail after that? Do you go to a whole different tournament now?
After that, based off what I learned from last year, you travel somewhere. Last year was in Carpinteria.
Yeah.
And you go somewhere else. But this year, because we won for the team, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if it's going to be on the same day, if it's going to be a separate person or separate travel. It's the same thing, same tournament, but with schools from all over California. So It's bigger and opponents I've never played. And I think that's fun.
Yeah. Do you have tape? Do you have names? Do you have anybody you know?
From
anywhere else? Like around the state, are there people that are known that you know of and you could play them?
Yeah, there's like the girl. She's one of my closest friends. Her name's Isabella. I don't want to say her last name.
That's fine.
Yeah. And she was number 1 in SoCal USTA. I hit with her a lot. And then my friends who I mainly practice with outside of school, like they're all like top 50 SoCal USTA, top 10. And my coach's son, who I'm actually really close with because I practice with him, he turned pro. And he said I had the opportunity to go pro. And when he said that, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And then other than that, I used to do other sports, and then I got like basketball, softball, and I got them into tennis, and now we all play tennis together.
Oh, cool.
So it's really.
Did you play basketball here?
No, at my old school, I did volleyball. I did all the sports. I did volleyball. Yeah.
Do you? Okay, so now here's a question I was going to ask you earlier. Do you plan on being in this school for the entire time, or are you going to like homeschool and do USTA stuff, or do you know yet?
I personally don't want to go pro. Like
at all, or
I had the opportunity to go pro when I was little, and I played tournaments like every week, and I was like top 5 USTA, and that I didn't really like. If you go pro, you only do tennis, train, and then travel, and that doesn't really fit my personality because I was like hanging out with my friends. I was like doing other stuff, and being homeschooled never even crossed my mind. I want to stay at Alameda because there's a lot of people, good people here.
Yeah.
It's nice people.
And when I have you here, because and somebody a couple years ago did that, and she was great, and then went to USTA, and then was homeschooled and left. So I'm glad that you don't want to do that, because school is fun because a lot of things go on, and proms and homecomings and dances, games, whatever. All that stuff is a great experience to have because you can play tennis after school, and you can't go to school again.
Yeah, like if you go homeschool, most people who go homeschool try to go pro, and going pro is like such a hard process because if you get injured before you make challenger, which is the stage you go to before you go pro, if you get injured before that, you're done. You have no chance of recovering. And if you get if your game just doesn't meet the requirement to go pro, and you went homeschooled, you don't have anything to fall back on.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to risk that. And I was like,
I'm glad you've already kind of figured that out.
Yeah.
As a sophomore. And you want to go pro eventually at all, or you want?
If I like get the opportunity again, like someone's gonna like take care of my like family, because some pros you can't take your family unless they pay for it themselves. I might, but I don't think about that a lot because I like hanging out with people and just having fun and like doing other stuff other than tennis.
Yeah, because right now your tennis it's all the time, right?
Tennis is like every day, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 24/7 almost.
Yeah.
And you want to have more, and you're only a sophomore, as you said, so you want to do more school stuff and tests and go to college and things like that. Not like you don't want to do tests, but things like the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Homecoming and things like that.
Yeah, like I'm barely passing because the tennis is in the beginning of the year and all my classes are just starting.
So how do you juggle those things now, or can you?
I barely, because at the beginning of the year, I had my classes were getting moved around a lot, like all the other students, and then I missed classes for the first 3 days because my schedules were mixed up and I didn't know where to go. And then all my grades went to zeros because I couldn't do the things because I wasn't there for. And then I managed to bring them up to low A's and high B's, which I think I'm proud of. I'm proud of that.
That's good.
And I'm just going to maintain it. Season's almost over, so I have to catch up on a lot of my work. But I'm still going to play tennis after that anyways.
And do you play for fun? in non-season things? You just go out and play?
Yeah, I play with my friends a lot. I play with, like, my little sister. I play with people. Sometimes people I don't even know. They just like, hey,
Like
do you
join
want?
in?
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, yeah, sure, why not? And I have to play tournaments too, because I'm getting recruited by a lot of college recruiters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
and by a lot of that.
Are there tennis scholarships?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
I got a few already, and like that's great. And I had to play a lot more.
Yeah,
to play a lot more tournaments, get my rank back up, because like my best ranking, which wasn't that long ago, was like in summer was like top 11, top 10
in the state.
In the state, and then global, like in the 50 states, I was like top 50.
Wow.
And that was like the best I've ever gone. And then fresh high school started, and I had to prioritize my schoolwork, because if I can't do school, if I do bad in school, I can't play tennis.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And it was like, just might as well do good in school.
Do you have a school in mind, and not saying out loud, but do you have a school in mind that you're like, that one would be cool to go to play
Yes,
tennis?
definitely.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Or a couple? Do you have a couple?
Yeah, I'll have a couple, because...
And have they reached out, those specific ones reached out yet or no?
Yeah, a few of them have, but the few that have reached out to me are the ones I would prefer to go to.
Wow, okay, good.
But honestly, as long as I get to play college tennis, I'll be satisfied.
Yeah, yeah.
Division 1 is very competitive. That's like pro level. You could go pro from that. Division 2, you have free time, and Division 3, and then NCAA. But as long as I get to play, I don't really mind.
Yeah. And go to school too. And
Yeah.
Go to school for...
Yeah, because I want to go to school. I want to be a physical therapist.
I was going to follow up with that. What do you want to, like...
Yeah, I want to be a physical therapist. Because I used to get injured a lot. I still do get injured a lot. And I was like... And I hated going to the doctors because it's such a hassle. I was like, I'm going to become a physical therapist so I could just fix myself. I just want to fix myself.
And do you want to do anything specific like physical therapy and sports, or just...
Yeah, I want to... In, like, sports or with kids, because kids break their bones and do stupid stuff. It's really funny.
Kids get hurt a lot.
Yeah, because my friends who are also athletes, because we practice really hard, we always end up getting like tight and we injure ourselves. And most of the time I have to take care of them, because I actually know quite a lot about what to do, because my parents are both medically licensed.
Okay, cool.
And it's actually really helpful, and it makes me feel smart. And they got little siblings that they jump off rocks and hurt their knees, and I help them get better.
Mm-hmm.
I just put a Band-Aid on.
Yeah, and then just say, give him a hug and say,
he's like, you fixed me. Thank you. I'm like, oh, yeah, good job. You're welcome.
Well, that's great. That's great because, being in your position, you can kind of do, a number of things.
Yeah.
If you keep your grades up, and you obviously are trying to do that.
Yeah,
so
I think
things,
I'm
you have a lot of
okay.
opportunity. Yeah, you have a lot of opportunity here. It's great to have you here, A. And B, it's great to have you in the school because you're awesome. And it's good to have you on the team because, like a bunch of seniors are going to graduate shortly.
Oh, yeah, our team.
Like 7 or 8 or so.
Majority of seniors, yeah.
So what do you want? I mean, obviously there's some people coming back. I think Madison's a junior. I think Sophia might be a junior as well. And you, a few other ones. How do you want to promote? Like, how do you want, after the season's over, obviously we need more people to play.
Yeah.
So what do you want? How do we want to do that? Do we want to have more tryouts, have more?
I think because at first people didn't even know we had a tennis team.
Right.
And then when they found out we were doing really good, suddenly everyone knew. So I just think it's that we need to make people more aware of the team and like promote it. And I think more people are getting interested because we're doing really well and they want to be a part of that. And I'm like, yeah. And like people think, oh, I don't want to join because I don't even know how to play. I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just join. Literally just join.
So how can somebody join for next year? Obviously, the season's still going, but how can they join for next year? Do they find you?
Yeah, find me. You can probably hear me. And then, or you can go talk to like Maddie or Sophia or any of the returning players. But probably me because I have the most years left. And Lucinda.
Okay, Lucinda.
And Lucinda.
Yeah.
But like, we're going to do posters. So, and we're going to put the information there. So, yeah.
Okay. So, obviously we won't do it now because we're still in the postseason. But around when do you think we will have posters and tryouts and things like that?
We're going to so we were trying to talk about it because last year we put posters up and it didn't really have like that strong of an effect. We're just going to try to put posters around, not now, like we put it near the end of the school, near the end of the year, and we put a lot up. We put it in places where most kids go.
Yeah.
And we just try to spread it by word and try to get morning announcements to do it. And yeah, but I think because of this year's reputation, I think we're going to have a lot of new incoming students. Hopefully.
That's good, yeah.
I really hope so.
Do you ever get transfers, or we just have new students, like freshmen?
Last year we had transfers. This year we had a few girls who tried out, but they never came back.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Like we only have one team varsity because we didn't even have enough girls for 2 teams. But I think that's better.
Yeah, it's better because if you have 30 people running around, it's hard to keep.
Yeah, and we're all closer, and it's
right, exactly.
And
yeah.
we're more like we can function easier as one person, like as one team.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have anything planned? I know there's an event, a party, a thing at the end of the year in November. Is that something the team's looking forward to?
Oh yeah, we that's like team bonding. That's like not tennis related.
Yeah, do you
events.
do that a lot?
Well, last year, no. This year we were trying to do more, but we were all so busy because most of our team's seniors, so they have all their stuff going on. We got team bonding done, and that was really fun. We got even closer, and we had a lot of fun. And the event, yeah, we're all looking forward to that. It's where we all get to watch our memories throughout the year. We all get to reflect on that, and it's really sweet and heartwarming because it honestly felt like the season just started yesterday.
Yeah, It's been what, 8-9 weeks?
Yeah, that's hard.
Something like that.
So fast.
But it's great. I'm glad the team is doing well. I'm really
glad. Yeah, because most of our teams are seniors.
Yeah, most of our seniors.
But
it's the first time we made CIF as a team. The first time, actually, yesterday was the first time we had the first all of our people in the all the people in the league tournament win their first matches.
Yes.
All of them at the same time. First time for that. And I'll name the team. So Madison, Skip, and Sophia Hutton are doubles teams.
Yeah.
And then Nicole and
India
is a double team. They won yesterday.
Yeah.
And Cha-Cha won yesterday in her first match. And then you won in your first match. Although yours was second because you had a bye.
Yeah.
But everybody won in their first matches.
Yeah. And that was like, that gave me a confidence boost because like we all got there. We're all going to do it. And even though they didn't win, I'm still proud of them. I'm very proud of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And everybody should be. And it's tomorrow at 2:30? It's tomorrow?
It's at 2:30.
At 2:30?
At Weddington Golf.
It's the same place we were yesterday. So if you're around, if you leave school, other students, if you leave school and you go to Weddington, it's in Studio City, kind of near Harvard Westlake, kind of.
Yeah.
Sort of, in that neighborhood. At 2:30, and then Madison and Sophia will play their semifinal matches and hopefully finals, and then you'll play as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 of you playing tomorrow.
Yep.
So if you're around, come by tomorrow, or go there tomorrow. Don't come by here. Go there and watch and cheer everybody on. And then after that, next week is the Team CIF, right?
Yes, that's Team CIF. I don't know what that's like because we didn't get as freshmen, and as you said, it's the first time in Alamany history to get there. And I think just getting there is an accomplishment.
That's fantastic.
It's very good.
So that is unexpected. We don't know what that's going to be like. It's going to be probably similar to...
Probably, but like, I think it's going to be like league, like what we used to do, but instead of only doing 1 set, we do 2.
Yeah. So it's best of 2?
Yeah.
And everybody's playing in that, right?
Everyone's playing. I think it's going to function normally. I don't know if the subs are going to play, but if they do, we're going to do fine.
Yeah. And how do you expect, other than what you just said, what do you expect? Do you expect anything? You don't know what's going to happen. So
I don't know what's going to happen, but I think our team is very strong, and I would like to think we're closer and stronger as a bond than other teams. And like, honestly, we may not be the best team, but we're like the team that has the most fun.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's better than winning it and having no team to celebrate with.
Yeah. Well, that's great. The last thing, so what do you look forward to after tennis season's over, you got the rest of the year now. You got another, 6 months?
After season, I was going to participate in the clubs.
Okay.
In clubs. I was going to look forward to, like, doing all the events. Like, I couldn't go to the luau because I was at practice. I couldn't go homecoming. I had practice. And I was, like, honestly looking forward to, like, all those alumni events because they look really good. And I wanted to go because I didn't go last year either.
Yeah, because you were busy doing this.
Yeah. And I haven't been spending a lot more time with my friends recently because of tennis. And, yeah, I want to spend more time with them and be in class more often.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a key thing to be in class.
Yeah.
But I thank you for coming.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. Good
Thank
luck
you.
tomorrow. And good luck tomorrow and the next week as well for team.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.